So if you see, it is going to be a very symmetric circuit. We'll understand this. Let me complete and then we'll change a bit of symmetricity to improve the delay further or to improve the speed further. Let's go to P4 stage. Now if you see here, there are 3 AND gates, 3 things needs to be added. So let's quickly go ahead and do that state now. 3, 1, 2, 3. Fair? So 3 inputs. Let's call this as I, J, K and this 3. So again, right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a version which will have a lower speed than the actual version, and after I complete this I'll tell you what one change if we make in the circuit we can still achieve a better speed. Right now if you're following this, just go ahead and complete this. So again I'll use a half adder which will have its inputs I and J, produce 2 outputs C4A, S4A. Now this will be going to a full adder whose input is going to be S4A, C3A and J. J is coming from here, which will again produce 2 outputs, which is nothing but C4B and S4B, for which I'll need again one more full adder, which will have one input as S4B. I beg your pardon here, I made a small error. This was nothing but, it was not J, this was K, because I and J had already been taken. So this was a K input. So all my 3 inputs are over. Okay, not a big mistake at all. I hope you have followed that. Again, full adder which has one input as S4B, the other input as C3B and the third input as C3C. Now here the rippling will start because both these full adders are coming at the same level, where this full adder has to depend on this full adder for its computation. So this will give me C4C, S4C, which is nothing but my P4. So very similar to the third stage. Let's quickly go ahead and do that. We'll have 3 AND gates, 1, 2, 3. Output we'll call it as I, J, K. Inputs can be easily found out from the table. A3B1, A2B2 and A1B3. So all these 3 now are ready with us. Again we'll use a half adder as I just discussed. It will have the input as I and J. We will produce 2 outputs. One would be a C4A, another one would be an S4A. I'm going to draw with an orange color, S4A, which will go to a full adder block now. So full adder block has one input as S4A, other input as input K, which is taken from here, and the third input as C3A, correct, which will produce 2 outputs, C4B and S4B, which will again go to a full adder block and it will produce C4C, S4C, which is nothing but my P4. And which are the other 2 inputs to this full adder? That's correct, C3B and C3C. Here is where the rippling will start because this adder has to depend on this adder, and that's where we'll tweak the circuit further in the next diagram. For right now, this is going perfectly well. So this is becoming simpler now.